What's up, guys? John again, bringing another video. Been a little bit slowly getting some shit done. Been working on my truck, had some problems with that, so it's in the shop. Yay. Bought a front air dam for the car because I don't like the way it looks without it. It just looks off with everything else I've got on the car, the side skirts and the wing and the hood and everything, how aggressive it looks. It's just missing something with the front end. So I bought one. Now I didn't spend big money on it. I bought it at American Muscle. It was like 100 and something bucks, only because my driveway is a real big pain in the ass to get into. My car already scrapes because it's so low. So I didn't want to spend $400 on the one I actually want until I know if even this cheaper one that I'm able to get in and out of the car with, or my bad, in and out of the garage with. So I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna put the cheaper one on, see if it works. If it doesn't get destroyed after going in and out of my driveway a few times, then I know at some point this summer I can upgrade to the bigger one, the better one, make it look a little nicer. But until then, I didn't want to spend the money just to break it. So gonna get that put on right now and see if it works. It is a 3-piece one, which I'm not a huge fan of. I know some people like them. I'm not a fan of the 3-piece one, but again, it was cheap and it'll work for now. So as you can see, once I get through here, cars in my shop. Don't mind them, they're loud and shit. I'll put the car up on blocks just so I can get under it because my car's low. So here's the box. Other pieces in here. That looks like the middle piece. Bag of screws. So you got your screws, your front piece, and both sides. So, and that'll hopefully look better than just that. Because honestly, with everything else I got on the car, that just looks, I don't know, in my opinion, looks like crap. It looks like it's missing something. It's still stock down there where I've got the more aggressive side skirts, and I did order some ones for back here as well that match that. So they're on their way. They haven't arrived yet, unfortunately, but they will be going on there. But hopefully this will kind of match up the side to the front a little bit. So, and again, I don't have a lot of room going in on my driveway because it is a bit of a steep hill for the first 15 feet and then it levels out. So I do scrape a lot. So we'll see how this works, but let's get it opened up, get it assembled, and put it on the car. All right, let's get these unpackaged. Get this chair out of my way. Well, that's unfortunate. They're carbon fiber, and they weren't supposed to be. They were supposed to be just black, because I fucking hate carbon fiber. Oh, that aggravates me. That aggravates me a lot. They were supposed to be black. They sent me the wrong ones. Son of a bitch. Because I hate carbon fiber. Yep. God damn it. They're not even the same fucking parts. Look at this. Nope. Literally different parts. They're supposed to be black, and these ends aren't even the fucking same. Seriously, American Muscle? How do you fuck up that much? Guess I ain't putting them on. Not that I want to because they're carbon fiber, but they're not even a complete piece. They're literally two different ends. So I guess I'm gonna have to contact them and figure this shit out. A waste of fucking time. Oh well. Just to make sure I didn't screw up. Matte black. That is the spoiler, or the front chin spoiler that I ordered. Matte black, not carbon fiber. And that's the other pieces I bought right there that I'm still waiting on. Let's see if they come in actually matte black. So guess I gotta call American Muscle. All right, as you can see, I'm in the car. I contacted American Muscle. They're actually really good about it. I had to send them a couple pictures of showing that it was the wrong product. And actually, even in the box was also wrong to each other, because as I showed in the video, it's a 3-piece and one of the pieces don't even fit on the other 2 pieces. It's for a completely different part, a different chin spoil to a different car. And again, it was also carbon fiber, not matte black like I originally ordered. So when I sent them the pictures, they immediately sent me over a return label for UPS and told me that the faster I get it to UPS, faster it gets back to them, the faster they'll send me the new part out. So since there's no actual UPS store in my town, I'm making the journey for a 30-minute drive to Brantford, where there is a UPS store. And for me, anybody who knows me, it's kind of a benefit because now I get to get Starbucks, and we don't have any Starbucks in my town. So kind of a win-win for me. I mean, I didn't really want to drive to Brantford today. There is a UPS pickup store in Simcoe where I live, but it's in a convenience store, and UPS doesn't stop by there every day. So yeah, I could have just dropped it off there, but that's just that much longer before it'll actually get back to American Muscle for them to send me in a new one. So I'm impatient, I don't want to wait. So instead I'm driving to Brantford to drop it off, get it done. But like I said, they were really good about it. They took probably a total of 30 minutes, maybe tops, to get me my return label from the point that I submitted the return and gave them the explanation why. So thank God for that. Good on you guys. If you need any car parts, check out American Muscle. They're really good for that. This is the first time I had to return something from them. I bought quite a bit of stuff for my car through them. This is the first time that a mistake's been made. And I don't think it was by them. The box was sealed when I got it, so somewhere along the line, somebody put the wrong parts in the box and labeled it wrong. Regardless, whoever it was, whoever's fault it is, doesn't matter. They're taking it back, and that's all I care. It's an inconvenience. Now I gotta wait to put the chin spoiler on it, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm going to Ottawa next week anyway for my daughter's vol. Not Ottawa, I was just there. It's Ottawa last week. Going to Edmonton this week. Well, my next week, sorry, for my daughter's volleyball, so I'm not gonna be home anyway. So anyway, and as I was saying in my earlier part of the video about my truck, as you guys have seen, I'm sure, I bought a new truck, new to me, brand new used. It's a 19 Ram Classic, beautiful looking truck. I traded in my lifted Ram because I got tired of having a lifted truck, so I thought, and I had a quad cab, which now my kids are bigger, it's a pain in the ass. So I wanted a lower truck with the crew cab, more room, a little nicer and easier to use, because I use my truck for work for a lot. And I got tired of trying to put windshields in the back of a lifted truck, pain in the ass. We've actually broken a couple windshields doing that. And that's not good business when I'm constantly breaking shit. So bought a lower truck, well, I bought a truck, then lowered it, just 2 inches, just to give it a nice little stance, put some tires on and stuff. Love the truck. However, I bought it from a Ford dealer, used, and the day I bought it, the next day after I bought it, the brakes started squeaking. So I contacted the Ford dealer in the town where I'm going right now. I'm not gonna name the name, but it is a Ford dealer in Brantford. There is 2. You guys can figure out which one you want. The brakes were squealing really, really bad. So I contacted them, told them they were squealing, and they didn't really do much, so I brought it into them so I could show them that they're squealing. And they said, brakes squeal, that's just what they do. And I'm like, no they don't. They're not supposed to squeal. So I argued with them, but they ended up agreeing and swapped me out new pads. And the truck did have new pads and rotors when I got it bought from them, because it was safety. So they put the exact same pads on that were on it already, but they did advise me that if they continue squealing after this, bring it back, and they would get a better quality pad, put them on there, and go from there. So I left. The next day, they started squealing again, so I contacted them and also my car salesman that I bought it from, and I was told they would look into it and call me back with a date of when they could swap it out. I've never heard from them since. I also, with that truck, I got a 90-day warranty and a 5,000 kilometer warranty on the truck as it is used. And as of yesterday, it was day 69 of how long I've owned it. And I called them because, as well as the brake fiasco that I've had issues with, I mean, they work, they're just annoying as hell. And actually, on the brakes, when I pulled them off because I wanted to paint the calipers, somebody gouged the pistons. What looks like, when they were trying to put the calipers back on top of the rotors, over top of the brake pads, they didn't push the pistons back in, so they just hit it with a hammer and gouged the pistons. So I had to fix that out of my time and my money to make it right to put it back on the truck, because they're mechanics at that Ford dealer, and I love Ford, don't get me wrong, they're dumb as fucking fence posts. Anyway, so now I've got this horrendous ticking noise that, the best way to explain it is, if you were to put your vehicle into park while doing 100 kilometers an hour and listen to that parking pin shear off, that's what my engine's doing in my Ram. Only when it's in eco mode. If you take it out of eco mode, whether you're in first, second, all the way through eighth, the truck sounds amazing. There's no issues at all, but no matter what gear you're in, whatever speed you're in, when it hits 50 kilometers an hour to whatever speed you're driving, the second eco turns on, it literally starts making that noise. It sounds like the engine's falling apart. That ain't good. So, like I said, day 69, I called the Ford dealer yesterday, told them about it, and they said they don't have warranty. And I was like, yep, I got paperwork here showing 90-day warranty. And they argue with me, but then they realize, yep, you're right, you do have the warranty. But then they asked me how many kilometers I have. And I told them, it's like 133 or something like that. And they're like, oh, you're out of warranty on that. And I'm like, no, I'm not. They're like, yes, you are. Your truck was bought with this mileage. And I'm like, nope, no, it wasn't. I haven't put 5,000 kilometers on it yet. And they're like, oh yeah, you have. So they did an oil change on the truck right before I bought it, and they put it at 3 month, 5,000 kilometers. I'm currently sitting at 800 shy of that 5,000 kilometer oil change mark that they did. So when I told him that, he said, nope, that's wrong. I'm like, it's not wrong. I have the sticker still in the window from you guys doing the oil change, and I'm 800 kilometers shy of the 5,000 kilometer oil change and warranty. But they're saying the truck had 7,000 kilometers less than it currently has from when I purchased it. So they're saying I'm 2,000 over the kilometers, and I'm like, we don't do oil changes at 7,000 kilometers or even 8,000. Like, you did a 5,000. You admitted to me you did 5,000, and I'm not at 5,000 yet. But regardless, they don't want to fix it. I argue with them on it, and they're standing their ground. They're like, nope, we have paperwork here saying this is the mileage. And what I think is they wrote down the mileage of when they took it in on trade-in, and then with all people test driving it, what have you, they never calculated that miles up to the day that I bought. And that's my fault. I didn't look at the mileage when I was signing the papers to take possession of the truck, and clearly I need to do that next time because they screwed me on that. But what I did find interesting when I was explaining to him about that the noise in my engine's only happening during eco mode. Now you tell me if this is the dumbest thing you've ever heard. They told me that eco mode is not designed for highway use, only for in town. So there's a good chance I've wrecked my motor from having it in eco mode while going down the highway. Isn't that the stupidest thing? If that was the case, the truck wouldn't go into eco mode going down the highway. And that's the whole purpose of eco mode, is to get the best fuel mileage while going down the highway. So I was dumbfounded when they tried explaining that to me like I'm an idiot and thinking, oh, okay, I must have ruined my own engine. But no, I didn't. So let me know what you guys think in the comments on what their opinion was on my eco mode in my truck. Anyway, so that was yesterday. And then yesterday I called my buddy Roger, who owns Auto Effects over in Hamilton, and they build performance cars and lifted trucks, and they're just all around the best here in Ontario. So if you need something done, look them up. I called them, explained to them what was going on with my truck, and they believe, because they've actually got one in there currently that had the same issues, that my lifters are gone, which the valves have now likely damaged my cam. So they've got to pull the heads off, pull the cam out, replace all that, and just a whole bunch of stuff. And it's quite costly. So to be on the safe side, in case they are right, I towed the truck to them because I wasn't going to drive it anymore. Because if that is the case, and I continue driving it, which I drove it all the way to fucking Ottawa like that last week for my daughter's volleyball, so there's a good chance that I've really done a lot of damage to the engine unwillingly and unknowingly. So just to be on the safe side, I don't want to drive it anymore. So I towed it to them yesterday. Hopefully today I'll hear back. I'm praying it's something simple and easy and cheaper to fix, because I really don't want to dump thousands of dollars into getting the heads redone and a cam and everything else. The only plus side to that is when they do that, they end up putting a Cobb tuner in it and giving it a bit more horsepower and putting a tune in it and everything else, and having the truck fully tuned with the new cam and the way the heads are and stuff. So get a bit more horsepower out of it, which would be cool. Wasn't planning on that because it's just a shop truck, but I mean, it'll sound cool. And while they've got the cab off the truck so they can work on the engine easier, and they got to pull the manifolds off anyway, I might actually just upgrade and throw on some shorty headers since you're already in there anyway. There's not going to be any more labor on putting the headers on over the manifolds because they've already got to pull them off. So I might do that as well, just because they're already in there. Why not? I might as well go the extra little bit and really make it a cool shop truck. But honestly though, I would much rather not have to spend that money and just fix something simple and just keep it the way it is. It already has exhaust on it. I got a Black Widow muffler on it, which is the Black Widow neighbor hater. It's pretty loud. It's not as loud as my Mustang, but it's pretty loud. I like it. So, I mean, it already has a nice sound. I don't need it to be fast because it's just a truck. It's not a short box or a regular cab, sorry. So it's not like it's a big toy. It's just my truck. I go to hockey in it. I haul shit around with it. I haul my Sea-Doos. We haul glass for customers' vehicles, and we do windshields on location. So I mean, it's a truck, but we'll see. It will be fun and cool if it's louder and a little bit more pep, but I honestly don't need it. I'd rather put that money into my car. So, but the other dilemma is, I'm like, do I fix the truck if it is in case that, or do I say screw it and trade it in and let it be somebody else's headache? The only downfall to that is I might buy another used vehicle and it just be the same lemon or worse. My last truck was a 15. It was a great truck. I bought it with 72,000 on it, I believe, and I sold it or traded it into the Ford dealer with 88,000 on, I want to say, and I really only ever put ball joints in it once, manifold gaskets once on either side, because it's a typical Hemi thing, and brakes once. So I mean, it's been a good truck. This new one, not so much. And even my Mustang, it's a 16, and I've put nothing into it. However, it's only got 50,000 kilometers on it currently, and I've owned it for a few years now, but it's been a good car. My Bronco, brand new, full bumper to bumper warranty. So I mean, if it has an issue, that's Ford's problem. I don't care. I know I didn't buy my Bronco from the same Ford dealer I bought my truck from. Probably should have, because I'd be treated better. But it is what it is. No point in stressing over it. Either I fix it or I get rid of it. One way or another, something's happening. So, but I do like the truck. I would rather just keep it. So I'm really hoping it's just a cheaper fix. But we'll see. I'll keep posted on that. But anyway, enough of my ranting and rambling on, boring the shit out of you guys. I'll pick this back up, or do a second video actually, of getting the chin spoiler on once the new one arrives. So for now, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that fun shit. Until the next video, stay weird, guys.